Hey guys, Frostlastic here, coming to you for another great video. So today I'm doing my water gym there, guys. Now water covers 71% of the Earth's surface and plays a huge role in the Pokemon world. There's yet to be a Pokemon game or movie for that matter that's come out without water Pokemon being involved. So in today's video I'm making my own water gym. This gym is set up with the same rules as always. There's going to be 6 Pokemon. I'm allowed 1 Mega Pokemon, 1 Legendary Pokemon, and that's it. So let's go ahead and get started. The first Pokemon we're going to start with today is going to be the Pokemon Greninja. Now this Pokemon became huge when it came out, especially when the anime series created Ash Greninja, a really cool mega evolution for Greninja. This speed demon is super powerful and definitely deserves his spot on our top 6. Taking a look at that stats there, we can definitely see the higher special attack is going to be important. Also, the nice speed on that, super fast, definitely gonna allow us to get off a couple of hits on our foe. So that's a really nice feature. Moving down, we're gonna take a look at what abilities and skills we're gonna have for our Greninja. The move pool that I'm going with is going to be Dark Pulse, Surf, Extra Sensory, and Ice Beam. That's going to allow us to counter the things that Greninja is going to be weak to. So Greninja is going to have the weaknesses to Electric and Grass that most Pokemon are going to have. So to counter that, we're going to want to be looking for Ice, Poison, Fire, Ground, and Rock moves. Dark Pulse is going to be nice because it's going to throw off what people are expecting. Same with Extrasensory. The Dark and Psychic type going to throw people off a little bit. Surf is a water Pokemon. It's expected to have water type moves. And Ice Beam will make it effective for countering water's weaknesses. For an item, I went with the Assault Vest. It's going to make us more powerful for defenses. So we already have our special attack. We need some special defense. It's going to be super important for us going forward. The second Pokemon on our list is going to be Melodic. Besides being a gorgeous Pokemon, Melodic is actually a bit of a fast tank. Let's take a look at those stats. Looking at the stats here, we can definitely see that Melodic has a really high special defense, 125. Also a good special attack at 100. And that speed of 81, that's not bad either. That's pretty standard, if not a little bit higher than normal. Taking a little peek at the resistances and type effectiveness, we can see that it's weak to grass and electric, but we already knew that. It's a water type Pokemon, of course it is. And then we get into the move pool. So my Melodic is going to know Ice Beam, again to counter, Toxic, it's going to poison the opponents, Scald, there's a 30% chance to burn, and Dragon Pulse. That's going to be taught to it as a tutor move, something you can get in Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. For an item, my Melodic's going to get the Ganlon Berry, as it's going to shore up our defenses. It'll increase physical defense when our health is low, and it's when our health is low that we're going to need it the most. The next Pokemon on our list is going to be Swampert. And no, we are definitely not going to be looking at the Mega Evolution or Buff Swampert version. We're just looking at the normal Swampert. Now this ground water Pokemon is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. And it's the only possible starter I can ever play in Emerald. I've replayed the game hundreds of times. Every time I play through, I can't help but pick Mudkip. As cute and adorable as the other Pokemon are, and no matter how much I like their evolved forms, Blaziken, I always have to go with Mudkip to get my Swampert. It's just the only Pokemon I can go with. Anyways, we're definitely going to use this Pokemon on our team as it's going to be a great way to counter the electric type Pokemon, and it's got some good stuff to take out the grass type. Taking a look at the stats, we can definitely see that it's got good defensive stats and health. It's no surprise, but the water Pokemon are a little bit tanky. Swampert also comes in with a nice physical attack. That 110 attack is definitely going to help us out on all of our physical attacks. Swampert's also immune to electric, so that's going to be great. That's a great feature in helping us out going forward. So let's just scroll down here. We can see it's weak to grass. It's got a 4-time weakness to grass, so that's definitely going to hurt us. But that immunity to electric is great. Moving into our move pool there, guys. Our Swampert's going to know Earthquake, Hammer Arm, Stone Edge, and Ice Punch. Earthquake is going to be a ground type move. That's going to be super effective against the electric type Pokemon. Hammer Arm is fighting. We need to have some physical attacks in here. We can't just go based on special attack. That's not going to work. If we go up against someone that's weak on physical attacks, they're going to eat right through us. We need some physical attacks in there. Stone Edge is going to be a rock type. Again, effective against those electric type Pokemon. Also, there's a slew of other Pokemon that are weak to rock. Then we're going to get that Ice Punch. Going to be great against dragons, our grass, and our electric type Pokemon. For an item, our Swampert's going to get the Quick Claw. Swampert's one of the slowest Pokemon on our list. It's going to need help in that department. So we're going to give it the Quick Claw, just so it can get some help in sweeping the board. Moving on to number 4, guys. We're going and looking at Primarina. Primarina came out in Sun and Moon, so that's the current generation going on right now. Sword and Shield is still in development. We haven't gotten those Pokemon yet. We have the starters, but we don't have the rest of the Pokemon. But Primarina is our current starter for Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Great Pokemon. It's a water fairy type, so super effective against those dragons again. Taking a look at those stats there, guys, we're going to see that it's not the best when it comes to physical, but it does have good special attack and special defense, so that's great. We do seem to be a little bit heavy on the special side of things instead of the physical side of things, but that's okay. Primarina is also a little bit slow. Like Swampert, it's one of the slowest Pokemon we have on our list, but we're not going to give it a second Quick Claw. We can only have one item of each type. So we're going to give it something different to help it out. For Primarina, we're going to give it a Z-type move that we're going to see connects into the move pool. So taking a little peek at the type effectiveness here, we can see that Primarina is weak to poison, grass, and electric. So we have added that poison type, but again, we can counter that with our move pool. It's immune to dragon, and it's got a bunch of resistances as well. So taking a look at the move pool, I taught mine Moonblast for destroying any dragon Pokemon. Hydro Pump, really powerful water type move. Ice Beam to deal with those grass and dragon type Pokemon, and Psychic to deal with that poison type. And then the item that it gave Primarina was the Psychium Z. That's going to allow it to power up the Psychic type attack into the Shattered Psyche Z-type move, which is going to be super effective and absolutely annihilate any poison type Pokemon. The second last Pokemon on our team today, guys, is going to be the undeniable tank, Blastoise. So this monster will totally destroy an opponent with its special attack and its defensive skills. They're super high. As well, I've always liked Squirtle as a Pokemon, and its 2 evolutions, Wartortle and Blastoise. They're just great as well. For this defensive type Pokemon, I'm going for some hard-hitting attacks that are definitely going to stack up with its special attack and defensive skills. So when we take a look at the base stats here, we can definitely see 100 defense, 105 special defense, decent attack, 85 and 83. Speed is okay as well, 78. It's higher than our slower ones, which are at 60. But it's not quite as fast as our other ones that are like 80 or higher. But it does still have the defenses to kind of back it up and a mediocre health. As far as weaknesses go for Blastoise there, guys, we only have the 2 normal ones. Just grass and electric, which we can deal with. They're not that hard to actually fight against. Everything else is either normal or resistant. So I mean, there's not much to worry about here. As far as moves go, the 4 that I'm teaching mine are going to be Hydro Pump, Dragon Pulse, Ice Beam, Flash Cannon. That's going to annihilate most Pokemon right there. Hydro Pump is a heavy hitting water type. Dragon Pulse, super effective dragon type move. Ice Beam, destroying the dragons as well. Flash Cannon, we need to have a steel type move on here. I normally don't have a team that doesn't have a variety of different types. So Flash Cannon is going to give us a really powerful steel type on here. And then finally, last thing we need to give our Blastoise is an item. So the item that I'm going to give mine is a metal coat. Because can you guys imagine a Blastoise in a metal coat? Nothing will be able to deal damage. Sadly, that's not the way held items actually work, but it does boost the metal type move Flash Cannon by 20%. So that's great. So the last Pokemon on my list there, guys, is going to be the big bad blue Primal Kyogre. I'm kind of sad that the Pokemon community hasn't given this Pokemon as much attention as it's due. It's an absolute beast of a Pokemon, but I am happy that the Pokemon Company gave this Pokemon an epic looking Mega Evolution. While Blastoise did get a great Mega Evolution, I love the 2 arm cannons and the huge cannon on its back. It just can't compare to the raw power from this legendary. With moves like Hydro Pump, Thunderbolt, Hyper Beam, Ice Beam, we're really going to be pumping out the damage on this. So taking a look at those stats, they're through the roof and everything. Nothing can compare to this as far as stats go on my list. Health 100, Attack 150, which is great. Any other Pokemon, that would be their best stat. Defense 90, Special Attack 180, it's off the charts. Special Defense 160, again off the charts. Speed 90, it's super fast. It's probably one of the faster Pokemon on my list. Base stat total of 770. This is definitely a legendary Pokemon, guys. There's no disputing that. It's going to be one of the most powerful Pokemon that we're going to see fighting this. And going up against other legendaries, this thing is still super strong. And as far as type effectiveness go, we don't really need to worry about much because it's just the normal weaknesses, just grass and electric. And then we get to moves. So for move pool, I've already mentioned them. I'm going with Hydro Pump, Thunderbolt, Hyper Beam, and Ice Beam. Hydro Pump is going to dish out a lot of damage. Thunderbolt, you have to have an electric type move. I didn't have one earlier, so I'm going to toss one in now. Hyper Beam is going to be great. It's a normal type move, so nothing is going to be really resistant to it. Except for Ghost, we've got other things to take care of that. An Ice Beam. Everything here has ice, basically. It's one of the best ways to counter the weaknesses that water has. And it'd be great to take away anything from like the Dragon type Pokemon, because Dragon is going to be one of the more difficult ones to remove, besides using like a Fairy type. And there's not that many Fairy type moves that I could have tossed on here, but a lot of them do have ice to take that down. Now, as far as an item goes, we do have to waste the slot. It has to hold its Mega Orb so that we get the Mega Boss, but it seems like a fair trade to me. We get a hell of a beast. So there you go, guys. You see my 6 Pokemon that I would pick for my team. I'm going to do a picture here in a couple of minutes showing them all together, but that's going to be everything. I'll be doing another gym soon, so stay tuned for that.